Welcome back to the NFHS Network / Atomic TV. This is the WIAA State Basketball Championships brought to you by the Geesa Credit Union. All the live championship action is on the NFHS Network. This is Centralia College pregame show brought to you by the Welding Training Program. If you're interested in the welding program, visit centralia.edu and blaze your trail at Centralia College. I'm Ron Hubbard, your play-by-play commentator, here with Ethan Van Beek, my color commentator. And tonight we have a big matchup between the number 4 seed in the state, 23-1 Richland Bombers at home against the number 5 ranked in the state, Camas Papermakers, who are 20-5. Ethan, what are some things we need to know going into this one?
First, I'm going to start with the number 5 ranked Camas Papermakers. They just lost their last game to currently the number 2 ranked team in the state and in the WIAA 4A state bracket, Auburn, 55-47. In their district championship. And a few players to look out for on their team are Ethan Harris, averaging 20 points per game, and Jace Van Vooris, who's averaging 15.2 points per game. And now looking at the Richland Bombers, they're coming off a win versus Meade in a win or go home type of scenario where they won that game 76-67 with strong performances from Landon Northrup, who went 5 for 9 from behind the arc in that game, and Lance Hornevent, who shot an efficient 11 for 17 from the field. And also a key matchup to watch out for tonight is 6'8" Lance Hornevent and as well as 6'8" Ethan Harris. Those two should be clashing all night tonight. Wouldn't be surprised if they're checked up onto each other. Both 6'8", both great scorers inside, both leading the way for their team in this WIAA state tournament. So that should be a crazy matchup to watch out here in tonight's contest.
Yeah, exactly, Ethan. I mean, we've got our hands full all day long, announcing 5 games today. And last game, obviously, we announced the number 15 Ridgefield versus number 10 Prosser. Prosser coming out on top of that one, a big win, thanks to a couple key players. But now it's time, as you said, for this Richland game. You said you want to watch out for a couple players. One player that I want to highlight, especially on this Richland side of the basketball, is Landon Northrup. Lance Hornbeck might have a little bit of a harder time tonight against a 6'8" big like Ethan Harris, somebody he hasn't really faced up against as big as him. So Landon Northrup might need to step into that role if Lance Hornbeck is having any trouble, but I wouldn't be surprised if Lance Hornbeck isn't having any trouble. It seems like there's many people in the state of Washington who can really guard him.
Yeah, for sure. They're going to need a big night from Landon Northrup, especially from behind the arc. I wouldn't be surprised if this Camas team tries to pack the paint, especially with how efficient Lance Hornevent has been doing with his great spin move that he likes inside. He really gets to the basket with each, but don't sleep on his mid-range game because that's been coming alive as well. So Landon Northrup, a big player to watch out for.
Exactly, and you said they want to pack the paint to stop Lance, but boy, if you pack the paint and put a man on Landon, there's so many shooters on this Bomber offense, whether it's Jackson Woodard or Braylon Edwards or Nate Moore, all of them can shoot that rock fairly well. So if you clog the paint, you got to make sure that you might give up some early buckets. But now we're going to go down to our PA announcer, Michael Valise, for tonight's introductions.
We're excited to have you with us today to celebrate all the hard work that these teams have put in this season to make you here. State tournaments are fun, competitive events, and all of these student athletes deserve to compete in an equitable and safe environment. The WIAA asks today's participants to report discriminatory behaviors to officials and event management when they occur during a game. The officiating crew may terminate the contest if behavior is deemed too extreme and a safe resolution cannot be reached. We also encourage spectators to stand against any instances of discriminatory conduct by reporting harmful behavior to a member of the event staff. Now it's time for the introductions. First, the reserves for the Camas Papermakers. At guard, a 6'3" sophomore, number 5, Carter Morgan. At forward, a 6'7" senior, number 20, Jim. At forward, a 6'4" senior, number 24, Samuel Mustafa. At guard, a 5'11" junior, number 25, Max Rayan. At guard, 5'11" junior, number 2, Ethan Sobolik. At guard, a 6'1" junior, number 3, Hudson Meyer. And at forward, a 6'14", number 42, Kellen Duffner. Now it's time to give the reserve for the Richland Bomber. Scott Jensen. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to reach rise. We honor our country with our playing, shooting, with the singing of our national anthem. Tonight's anthem singer is Eli Gonzalez.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I'm just gonna take.
Welcome back to Atomic TV/NFA Jets tonight for the matchup between the number 5 seed Camas Papermakers between the number 4 seed Richland Bombers. We got Lance Hornbeck at tip-off for the Bombers and Ethan Harris on the other side for the tip-off for the Camas Papermakers. This is a long-awaited game, and holy smokes, Art Dawald Gymnasium is packed out. There's people sitting on the stairs. It's very hard to find a seat. It is huge up in here.
I don't think there's any seats left.
And Lance Hornbeck wins the tip, and Landon Northrop recovers it. So Jackson Woodard with the basketball. Calls for a screen from Hornbeck. Up to Skako. Skako to Kizakane, resets the offense. Kizakane nowhere to go, just throws it away. Skako able to recover it, stolen away. Good defensive possession from the Papermakers. That's Landon Forrest with the steal.
That's great possession defensively for the Papermakers, setting a tone early in this game.
Driving inside, looking for something, nowhere to go. Gives up in the corner, that's Frost. Frost to Harris. Good crossover, kicks out to the corner, driving. Good defense by the Bombers here on this possession. Thrown away, and they gotta get a shot off, and that's a travel violation. The Richland Bombers put the clamps down on the Papermakers in their first position. Absolutely nowhere to go, they're just running circles.
That's a great way to come out defensively if you're the Bombers. The Papermakers had nothing going on offense. Nobody was open, not an open look. Great job by the Bombers defensively.
Lance Hornbeck now, spinning, going inside, gives up to Woodard. Woodard and Northrop. Northrop drives, step back on Harris, gives it to Woodard. Woodard pull up three-pointer. Too strong off the rim, rebound by Camas. That's Jace Van Voorhees. And Ethan Harris putting a blender by Skako. Nowhere to go, loses his handle, gives it back up. Skako in the corner, driving, Papermakers throwing away, right into Skako's hands. So two good defensive possessions from the Bombers. Woodard thinks about it, gives it up. Hornbeck now, Hornbeck. He drives, pulls up jumper, mid-range shot, short off the front rim, rebound Ethan Harris. So both possessions are and tipped and stolen away by Northrop.
This Bombers defense has really came to play here tonight, Rylan, no doubt about it.
Kisakahane now at the wing. They's got to get a bucket. Who can draw the first blood of this match? Skako moves it to Woodard. Back to Hornbeck.
Both teams seem a little hesitant to shoot the ball in this matchup.
Yeah.
Nobody's really letting it fly.
Jackson Woodard's gonna let it fly. And you ate your words, Ethan.
I mean, right now. Bottoms, Jackson Woodard, that's his game. The pull-up jumper is his bread and butter, and he shows it right there.
And good defense. Ethan Harris driving on Hornbeck. And that's good defense from Hornbeck. Ethan Harris, nowhere to go.
And that's a good drive by Harris, but obviously even better defense by Hornbeck, not giving him any easy buckets.
Northrop step back on his defender. That's short.
Good look from Northrop, just not enough to get it there.
Pull up three-pointer, no good. Rebound, Hornbeck. Hornbeck poked in the eye there. Now Woodard and Northrop. Northrop at the wing. Back to Woodard. Woodard now off the dribble. He's gonna pull up another three-pointer. No good. Tips around and Ethan Harris is able to tip that away from Kisakahane. Now driving out the court, that's Van Voorhees. Van Voorhees on Woodard off the glass, that's good. What a move, Jason Van Voorhees.
Van Voorhees just going right at Jackson Woodard, not afraid. Tough layup.
Oh, that slipped away, so and here comes a dunk. And Ethan Harris throws it down, so.
The big man Ethan Harris getting out there in that passing lane, gets the steal. And he'll go coast to coast and finish with a slam.
Northrop set back over two. Bounce around, no good. Harris pull up three-pointer. Too strong, no good. Rebound and put back in. What a move by Cade Washington. Timeout taking Bombers.
Cade Washington just left absolutely alone. Nobody put a body on him. He follows that shot and he puts it up and back in for the Camas Papermakers.
So now the Papermakers up by 3. So 3 minutes and 50 seconds remaining. A low-scoring first 4 minutes of this game. It looks like who can play better defense in this one, but right now it's starting to turn around a little bit, and the Papermakers take advantage of the Bombers' sloppy rebounding.
Yeah, both teams are playing exceptional defense in this one. Bombers started out hot with a 3, but nothing much. Papermakers have gone on a 6-0 run since, but wouldn't be surprised if both of these high-powered offenses kick back up here pretty quick, because I mean, we've got so many playmakers on both sides of the ball that it's hard to see this game staying as slow-paced as it's been thus far tonight.
Yeah, I know exactly. And Lance Hornbeck right now in the huddle, he's having a hard time even seeing. He's closing his eyes, playing with his eye. He got poked really hard by a Papermaker. So as I said, he's playing with his eye. Now Hornbeck checks out of the game, so that's a big loss for the Bombers.
Yeah, coming in to replace him is Nathan Moore, 6'2" guard, junior. Your typical 3-and-D type of player.
Northrop, they break the press. Woodard gives it Nate Moore, back to Skako. Skako moving around. Finds Nate Moore back to Woodard. In the corner, Nate Moore wide open. Gets a defender miss, pull a mid-range shot. That's good. Nate Moore gets the mid-range to go.
Nate Moore with a beautiful pump fake, gets his defender in the air, takes a dribble, pull-up jumper, and it's cold butter cheese.
Driving inside, Papermakers. Blocked away, swatted by Nate Moore. Gets down the corner, that's an open look. That's short, tipped around, and rebounded by Nate Moore. It's a jump ball to Camas, so.
I mean, that's great hustle by Nate Moore getting that rebound. But the Papermakers just swarm the ball and get the jump ball in their favor.
Good over now, that's Van Voorhees. And now Out of bounds, last touch by the Bombers. Lance Hornbeck checks back in for Nate Moore. So Nate Moore doing his part perfectly, comes in for 45 seconds and makes one bucket and gets a rebound.
Yeah, what more could you ask for?
You can see a little bit of swelling around Lance Hornbeck's eye, so hopefully he's all right. Blocked by Skako, tipped around. Northrup gives it to Hornbeck now. Northrup, pull-up jumper in Ethan Harris's eye. That's short.
Hard shot to get over Ethan Harris, standing at 6'8". It was a tough shot in general. Great contest by Harris.
Cade Washington finds Harris. Harris driving inside. Tipped around, nowhere to go. Northrup with the help defense. Driving, going up with the right. That's good. Beautiful finish from Nima Naomi and Josiah Skako right on the other side of the floor. Gets that to go with the right. So Bombers 7, Camas 8.
Nice cut by Skako, catching the defense, sleeping a little bit. Open layup for him. He won't miss that.
That's a pull-up jumper, Ethan Harris. Bottoms! What a shot!
Ethan Harris right over Lance Hornbeck. Beautiful shot by Harris.
Skako mid-range bucket gets that to go.
Skako on back-to-back possessions with back-to-back buckets. Great job by him. He's just beating his defender down the court, and he's been left wide open for those past two possessions.
So now Ethan Harris on Hornbeck. Harris hands it off. Driving to the hoop. Spins. Looking for something. Goes down low to Harris. Harris posting up Skako. Bump fade. Way off. And that's last touch by Northrup. Unable to handle that rebound.
Yeah, landed kind of perfectly towards Northrup, just unable to hold on to that one.
I don't think he thought that Harris was going to miss that badly.
Yeah, Papermakers will retain possession though.
In the corner, driving on Hornbeck. Nowhere to go, gives up to Harris, guarded by Northrup. And just like that, a travel violation on the Camas Papermakers results in Richland basketball. Now Woodard to inbound. Bombers down 2, minute 16 remaining in the first. Northrup gets it in the corner. Nate Moore, pump fakes, gives it back to Northrup. Hornbeck driving, goes up with the right. That's good. Lance Hornbeck comes back into the game and ties it up for the Bombers.
And that's the elite drive we're used to seeing from Lance Hornbeck. Comes off that screen downhill with a passion and makes the bucket for the Bombers.
Step back over North, Hornbeck, and a foul!
I don't know, Ryland. Looked like Lance got all ball on that one. Didn't see too much, but clearly the ref saw something we didn't. So, number 12, Jace Van Voris will go line and shoot 2. Van Voris averaging 15.2 points per game for the Papermakers this season. Has been a big contributor to their successful season.
And hits the second one. It's now a 2-point lead. It's now Northrup, and guarded by Van Voorhees. Now to Moore. Going up for Skako, and Moore throws it away.
Right idea right there by Nate Moore. Josiah was pretty open, just a little overshot him on the pass.
Van Voorhees off the dribble. Going to the corner, that's an open look, 3-pointer. Way off, air ball, an open shot. Rough one there from Duffner. Oh, Woodard comes down with that one. Excuse me, not Duffner, that shot was Landon Frost. So Hornbeck driving, puts it up at the buzzer to tie it up.
Still got time left.
Puts up at the buzzer, almost banks it in. But Lance Hornbeck gets to the rack. And so to end the first quarter, it is tied up 13-13 here at Art Dawald. All right, now both teams check back in for the start of this one. It's the Bombers. To start with the basketball. Giving it to Hornbeck, guarded by Harris. And that's going to be a foul called on Ethan Harris. So Ethan Harris on the ground, fouls Hornbeck.
Yeah, Ethan Harris just trying to guard that lethal Lance Hornbeck drive. We know he loves to drive inside, use that spin move, or sometimes he'll pull up. But Ethan Harris just a little bit too much on the body. And I mean, that's a matchup that we're looking at all night here tonight.
Yeah,
both
exactly.
6'8".
Hornbeck loses the basketball. Ethan Harris up the court now. Slows it down, kicks it. Van Voorhees goes up, swatted by Skako. Kicks it out now. Washington guarded by Northrop. Spins. Thinks about putting up. That's a travel violation on Washington.
Washington trying to hit Landon Northrop's signature move on him. That drive inside spin, fade shot, but clearly didn't get it down, and he'll get called with the travel.
Now Northrop goes down low to Hornbeck. Hornbeck gets the mismatch over Washington. It's too strong. Tipped around. Nate Moore almost able to get the rebound.
That's good defense from Washington on Hornbeck.
Pull up deep three-pointer. Harris bottoms. Holy smokes, Ethan Harris.
That was a deep three-pointer. Ethan Harris letting his presence be known inside and out.
Woodard misses down low, gets his own rebound though, kicks out. Nate Moore wide open look. Nate Moore misses that one. Skako with the tip, no good. Rebound Hornbeck. Hornbeck back to Nate Moore. Nate Moore to Jackson Woodard. Woodard, that's a travel.
Yeah, Jackson Woodard just trying to do that jab stub. It picks up his pivot foot and brings back down. Obvious travel that the refs called right there.
Driving on Hornbeck, kicks it down low. Unable to handle that one in. Now Washington with the basketball. Pull-up jumper over Moore. Cash money. What a shot from Cade Washington.
Cade Washington, even with a hand in his face, sinks it over Nate Moore. That's a tough bucket.
Northrop coming off the screen, fakes the pull-up, goes off and no foul. So Northrop draws contact, but nothing called there. Shipped away by Woodard, what a play. To Skako, and he is fouled hard by Harris. So Skako's through.
Skako with a nice drive, not afraid of the 6'8" Ethan Harris in his way. Goes up strong, draws the contact on the foul, and he'll go to line and shoot two. Harris certainly has to be careful, has two fouls. He picks up another quick one, and he could be sitting till the second half. And that'd certainly be a huge loss for the Papermakers.
In and out, no good. And he hits his second free throw, so now the Bombers down 4. Pull-up jumper in and out, no good. Rebounded by Skako. So a good defensive possession from the Bombers. That's Northrop wide open in the corner. No, that's off. Rebounded by Hornbeck though. So rare open miss from Northrop, and that's last touch by the Papermakers. So that'll be Bomber basketball.
Yeah, Elena Northrop starting the game 0 for 3 from behind the arc. Something that we're not really used to seeing him do. And I mean, we talked about it in the pregame show round. If the Bombers are going to get over these Papermakers, they're going to need some help from the exterior with three-pointers. So
now Hornbeck with the basketball. Gives up to Woodard. Woodard to Skako. The Bombers taking their time. Skako drives, goes up with the right, bounces around. No good! An unlucky bounce from Skako.
that was a nice drive. Good moves all around, just unlucky.
Harris, no good from that three-pointer. And that's going to be Camas basketball. Now Silent Kiso Kahane checks into the game for Nate Moore. Cade Washington with it, gives it back to his man, Carter Morgan. Ethan Harris, step back three-pointer over Lance Hornbeck. No good, that's off. Another rebound for the Papermakers offensively.
Good job by the Papermakers crashing the O boards, giving their team a bunch of second-hand opportunities.
Gets in the corner, open three-pointer for Washington. Bottom!
Bang!
7-point lead for the Papermakers.
Cade Washington left alone in the corner. You certainly cannot do that, and he makes the Bombers pay with a big three right there.
So 7-point lead for the Papermakers. The Bombers couldn't get much going there on the boards defensively, and they take advantage of their third chance there. So both teams checking back in after that timeout from the Bombers. Feeling that pressure of this Camas Papermakers offense. They just have been unstoppable right now. Cornerback now gives it to Northrop. Northrop fighting off the screen, thinks about pulling up, gives it to Woodard. Jackson running around, throws up a shot off the glass. Just a horrible shot selection.
Yeah, a lot of contact on that one. No foul called.
Then Harris driving on Hornbeck. Thinks about going up. Blocked by Hornbeck. Gets his own rebound, though. Goes up again off the glass. No good. Rebound by the Papermakers. Goes up, and he's fouled.
Wow, these Papermakers are certainly crashing the boards offensively. 4 different shot attempts for them down there. Finally get the foul called. Great job by Nemru getting that board and put it up. He'll go line and shoot 2.
Now Namru.
At the line shooting 2.
Hits his first free throw, so now that's an 8-point game.
More into the game for the Bombers.
Nate Moore checking in the game for the Bombers. Namru misses his second one. Last touch by Ethan Harris. Sabi Bomber basketball. Northrop now driving, kicks out to the corner. Jackson Woodard from the wing. In and out, no good, tough miss from Woodard.
Yeah, open look from Woodard, just unlucky balance, unable to get that one to fall.
And Harris goes to the corner, back to Harris. Harris going downside to Namru, and one! What a finish. Namru silences this gym with an and one finish.
Yeah, Ethan Harris with an absolute dot to Namru. Namru coming up big for his team. Made one free throw. Now he's got an and one opportunity for 3 points the old-fashioned way.
And he's the second one, so an 11-point lead for the Camas Papermakers.
Yeah, Bombers have certainly been struggling offensively. Haven't gotten a shot to fall in quite a while.
And that's blocked by Harris. And off the glass in, good. The Papermakers are rolling. 13-point game right now.
Cade Washington coming through for his team once again.
Now Northrop with the basketball, going, spins. Almost loses the basketball, spins again. And that's going to be a foul called on number 11, Nima Namru.
And Nima Namru just trying to stop the drive of Landon Northrop. Northrop, a very good ball handler. Just trying to slow him down somehow, but got a little bit too much body on that one.
That's a three-pointer for Nate Moore. Bottoms! Dang. Nate Moore hits a big three-pointer, now a 10-point game.
We've seen Nate Moore come up clutch for this Bomber team before with his three-pointers. Certainly does that there for them.
Going down low, great pass. And that's off the glass and good finish from Channing Neslin.
Wow, what a find.
We're off the glass and one. Jackson Woodard with a big-time shot.
Jackson Woodard staying at 6'2".
If that.
if that. And Channing Neslin, 6'7", not afraid, goes right into him. Beautiful touch off the glass. Chance for 3 points here for Woodard.
And he hits his free throw, so now a single-digit game. Camas up by 9. 2 minutes, 25 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Nima Namru in the corner. Kicks it to his Cade Washington. And Jace Van Voorhees with the basketball. Washington drives. Goes up with the left, no good. Rebounded by the Papermakers. Voorhees at the shot clock, banks it in! What a shot!
Wow.
Jace Van Voorhees.
Van Voorhees with the bank. The bank is certainly open for him.
Pull-up jumper, Northrop, too strong. Rebounded now. Papermakers, Channing Neslin. Cross, oh, Skako gets stunned. Pull-up jumper, no good. Ooh. Tipped around, and that's gonna be a foul called on the Papermakers.
Ethan Harris with an extremely deep three, doesn't get it to fall. That puts him 2 for 5 from behind the arc in this contest.
So Richland now in the bonus, they will shoot free throws for every foul. Misses his first free throw.
Bombers now 2 for 4 from the free throw line in tonight's contest.
And hits his second free throw, so the Bombers down 11 now, minute 27 remaining. That's an illegal screen called on the Papermakers, so that'll be Richland basketball.
Neiman Amber trying to set a back pick. First teammate, Van Voorhees, but a little too physical on that screen.
So Nate Moore in the corner now. Northrop guarded by Harris. Northrop drives, kicks it, wide open Woodard floater, in and in. That goes in off each side of the rim and bounces right in for two. 9-point game, Bombers cut it to single digits.
Nice drive by Northrop right there, able to find Jackson Woodard wide open underneath the hoop, and he won't miss that easy one.
Stripped away and almost stolen by the Bombers. Northrop with a quick read there, Papermakers trying to get it to Ethan Harris.
Heads up play by Northrop, seen that pass, almost hauled it in. Would have been a crucial turnover for the Bombers.
Papermakers up 9. Looking for something, got Harris open. Harris stripped away by Skako. 7 seconds on the shot clock, gives it up. And a foul called on Josiah Skako.
Josiah Skako trying to stop Van Voorhees. A little too much on the hand check.
Up, goes down low, tipped away. Jackson Woodard with the steal. Going down court to Hornbeck. Hornbeck goes up, blocked by Harris. 9 seconds remaining. Trying to go down low, off the glass and in. Northrop, he loves these.
He certainly
Pull-up
does.
jumper at the buzzer, no good. So after 1 quarter or 2 quarters of play, it's the Camas Papermakers 34, the Richland Bombers 23. Welcome back to the NFHS/Atomic TV. This is the WIAA State Basketball Championships brought to you by the Geesa Credit Union. All the live championship action is on the NFHS network. After one half of play, Ethan, what are some things that you want to take away from this one?
I think the Camas Papermakers are doing a great job all around, spreading the ball around. Nobody's really getting too sticky with the basketball. Players like Ethan Harris, Cade Washington make some huge shots for their squad, but I'm just wondering, where's Landon Northrup? I mean, he's the MCC Player of the Year, and he's been non-existent here tonight, so.
So now Jace Van Voorhees, that's going to be out of bounds, last touch by the Bombers. Oh my God. So now just like that, Jace Van Voorhees with the basketball, driving to his right, pull-up jumper over Skako, in and out, no good. Rebound by Northrup. Gives it down court to Skako. Now Woodard in transition. Gets it to Northrup. Northrup drives, goes up with his right, and he is fouled hard by Ethan Harris. Ethan Harris, though, he's gonna pick up his third of the game.
Landon Northrup with a strong drive to the basket. Going to the hoop with vengeance. We'll go up and shoot two.
Excuse me, the foul was on number 10, Cade Washington. Sinks his first free throw. Now a 10-point game.
Landon Northrup's first points of the night.
Hopefully many more to come.
Hopefully.
Misses his free throw though. Bounces around, rebound now by Namru. And Silent Kisakahane comes in flying and almost make a play, but unfortunately that'll be last touch by the Bombers. In the corner now, driving. Kicks it inside, and what a pass, but he misses it, smokes the layup. Channing Neslin.
Yeah, that was a great pass, just Neslin unable to finish. Pretty wide open layup.
Kicks out to Woodard. Woodard to Skako. Skako to Northrup. Northrup drives, goes up, kicks out Skako, mid-range jumper. Bottom, shot to Skako, 8-point game.
Good heads-up find by Landon Northrup to find Skako, who's been fairly automatic from the mid-range this season. Nice bucket by him to get these Bombers back in the scoring column.
Good, tipped around, rebounded by Silent Kisakahane, and that's why you need Kisakahane in this game. The Bombers unable to get, and that's gonna be last touch by Hornbeck. What I was gonna say is that Kisakahane, he's a leader on this team. He might not put up 10, 15 points a game, but he is going to be a leader on those rebounds. A lot of these scorers on this Richland team, like Landon and Lance, we talked to Stroyford about this. To steal from Woodard to Northrup, that's a heat check bottom! Come on, Northrup, they needed that. That's a momentum shifter right there, 5-point game. Timeout taken, Papermakers.
That's exactly what the Bombers needed, a great steal from Jackson Woodard. Finds Landon Northrup and bangs the three home for his squad. That's what they needed. That's the momentum shift that the Bombers needed to get back into this one. Only down 5 now.
Exactly, so right now, the transition three-pointer from Northrup off the steal from Woodard results in a 5-point deficit now. But as I was saying, Kisakahane being the game, we talked to Stroyford about a week ago about this, and a lot of these offensive players, scorers, are so quick to run back on the other side of the court to get some points that they're not getting ready for these rebounds, and that's the opposite of Silent Kisakahane. One of the most selfless players on this team. He's going to come down with that board and find a man ready to get up the court.
Yeah, exactly. Kisakahane is a big-time leader. He gets his team motivated, and players rally behind him, and he'll lead the Bombers right into battle.
Yeah, I know exactly. So 6 minutes and 23 seconds remaining in this third quarter of this match. Obviously, Camas going crazy right now on the rebounds, and offensively haven't been hard to stop with the Bombers. That's Ethan Harris with 8 points, and Cade Washington have himself a night, 11 points.
Yeah, the Papermakers are out rebounding the Bombers 21-13, so Bombers need to do a better job at getting bodies on players and securing those defensive rebounds before they start leaking out offensively.
Yeah. And one of the strong suits the Bombers had all year was rebounds, because they have 6'4" Landon Northrup, 6'8" Lance Hornbeck, but right now they meet their matches with 6'8" Ethan Harris and 6'7" Channing Nestlin. Ethan Harris driving on Hornbeck. Nowhere to go. Swinging around, gets up top to Nestlin. Nestlin now to Cade Washington. Washington drives, gets an easy look off the glass. That's good.
That's a great job by Washington. Blows right by Kizuka Hane, leaves him in the dust, and puts it up with the left for a nice finish.
Now Northrup crosses over, spins on his defender. And that's going to be a travel violation on Northrup.
Yeah, Landon Northrup just trying to do a few too many spins. Picks up his pivot foot. That's an easy call for the refs.
Yeah. Wow, what a move. Washington driving now. And he lays it in over Northrup. Washington having himself a night.
Yeah, Washington now with back-to-back possessions, back-to-back buckets.
And now Josiah Skako is hard fouled on the ground, so just like that, he's going to go to the line and shoot two. So it looks like that Channing Nestlin gets away with one on silent Kizuka Hane and then gets up and fouls Skako even harder.
Yeah, well said, Ronald. He certainly did get away with one on Kizuka Hane. Kizuka Hane got absolutely hacked. No foul called. Great job by Skako finding the loose ball. Gets it, puts it up, and he will then get fouled. So 2 free throw attempts coming here from Skako. Refs doing their best janitor work now, clean up that wet spot from the players that, I feel like there was like 4 players that hit the ground on that last possession. Make sure that the court is nice and safe for us to resume play here at Art Dawald Gymnasium.
Skako hits his first free throw. It's now an 8-point game. Skako with his second free throw. Gets it to go, so Skako hits both free throws. Now the score 38-31, Camas with the lead, and they take a timeout right now. Or excuse me, timeout Richland. So Ethan, now we're about 3 minutes into this one. What has Richland changed their approach on offense and defense that you think kind of helped them to take away this 11-point deficit they found themselves coming into the second half?
I mean, honestly, I think they're doing a better job at rebounding. I mean, Camas is still getting a few second chance opportunities, but just clearly not as many. I mean, we're still very early into this third quarter, but the Bombers have certainly made it a priority now to rebound and get the ball before they start leaking out. Also a huge shot from Landon Northrup on that three-pointer. That certainly did give, even though he hasn't been shooting the ball necessarily well tonight, that big shot, you know, gives his teammates some more energy and some more momentum heading into this, heading out of this timeout.
So now Camas with the basketball. Ethan Harris, their star player, the conference player of the year for them, drives on Hornbeck, goes up with the right. That's good off the glass, makes Lance Hornbeck look like a little boy amongst men. Northrup drives, spins, no good, and that'll be Camas basketball.
Landon Northrup with a nice spin move, just unable to get the fall for them. Tough fight by the Camas Papermakers, and it will.
Going inside, finds Washington, and Washington lays that one in. Washington with 17 points on the night. 11-point lead for the Papermakers once again.
That's a beautiful assist by Van Voorhees to find Washington. Washington with a 17th point, carving up this Richland defense.
They give it to Skako. Skako pull a mid-range shot. Bounces around, no good. Tipped around, rebounded by Namru. That's going to be a foul call on Jackson Woodard.
Jackson, when we saw him steal a few passes here tonight, that one trying to steal it from Neiman Namaru, but Woodard just gets a little too much arm on that one.
Washington drives through him. That's going to be a foul called on Woodard. Excuse me, not Washington, that's Namru.
Namru right there with a nice strong drive on Jackson Woodard. Goes up strong, draws some contact, and the ref will call a shooting foul. Namru will go to the line and shoot 2.
Namru now makes his first one. It's his second, so now a 13-point game here. The Papermakers come into home at Richland and are just stunning this crowd. Northrop driving pull-up jumper. That's in. Landon Northrop gets a shot to go, making it a 12-point game now.
Landon Northrop with a nice pull-up jumper. Bombers need some points, and boy, did he deliver.
Wow, and what a layup. Cade Washington, have yourself a night.
Seems like Cade Washington is unstoppable for the Papermakers right now. Wow.
Northrop spins, pinned off the glass. Kicks it out. Hornbeck three-pointer, that's short. Rebound Harris.
It's open look from Hornbeck, just unable to get it to fall.
Gets that down low, that's Ethan Harris, pump fake, step back three-pointer. In and out, no good. And nobody's getting in for a rebound. They're just watching it around, and coming inside is Namru.
Namru with a nice follow.
That's good. Lance Hornbeck resets that offense, making it a 13-point game now. Now Washington gives up to Harris. Washington, and that's going to be a foul called on Nate Moore. Excuse me, that's going to go on Josiah Skako, his second personal.
Josiah Skako just trying to contain Cade Washington. He has absolutely been lethal tonight for the Papermakers, doing his best to contain the drive. Just gets a little bit too much of his arms on him. He'll get called with the body.
Now Harris, guarded by Hornbeck. Back to Harris, thinks about taking a deep three-pointer. Washington spins on Northrop, blocked by Northrop, last touch by Woodard though, so that will be Camas basketball.
That strong defense by Northrop, knew that Washington was gonna spin on him. He gets that shot out of here. Will remain Papermaker ball though.
It's tipped away by Skako. Just 7 seconds on the shot clock. Got to get something off. Goes around. Lessender goes up with it with the right-handed floater. Bounces around, in and out, no good. And that's going to be a foul called on the Papermakers.
Nate Moore doing a good job tagging that rebound. Cade Washington gets called for the foul, holding back his arm. Obviously can't do that. Nice hustle by Nate Moore.
Bombers down 13. Going to need a run to end this third quarter. That's Landon Northrop three-pointer. In and out, no good. Unlucky shot from him.
Open look from Northrop, just unable to get it to
Ethan
fall.
Harris, that's a big three-pointer. No good. Tipped around, rebounded Lance Hornbeck. Going down court to Skako. Skako goes up. No good. And that's a dunk. Lance Hornbeck gets that one to go. 11-point game. Papermakers still up.
Nice cut to the rack by Lance Hornbeck. They needed a bucket, and he gave him a slam. Great job by him.
There's a Washington three-pointer over Northrop. Way off. Little heat check from him. He's got 19 so far. Hornbeck crosses over on Harris. Hornbeck loses his handle, though. Throws it around, caught by Northrop. Northrop drives. Euro step in the corner. Nate Moore, three-pointer. In and out, no good. And that's going to be nice. That's Bomber basketball. So last touch by the Papermakers. Nate Moore, I think almost he missed that shot because he bobbled the ball. He didn't get that exact arm socket, that exact same muscle memory. Nate Moore wide open in the corner again. Second chance opportunity. No good. Nate Moore misses back-to-back open three-pointers. That would have been huge for the Bombers.
Yeah. Don't see him miss many of those corner threes. Usually he's pretty automatic from the corner. That time goes 0 for 2 from the corner.
We'll be right back with you guys in just a moment. Welcome back to the WIAA State Basketball Championships, brought to you by the Geesa Credit Union. All the live championship action is on the NFHX network. Camas Papermakers regain possession and take over with this one with 1 minute and 22 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Right now the Bombers at home hosting their first round of state game, find themselves down by 11 against the Camas Papermakers, trying to upset them here at home. Checking in for the Bombers, a new face. You may have not seen them before if you've never watched a Bomber game, Braylon Edwards. You want to give us some insight on Braylon Edwards?
I mean, Braylon Edwards is one of those great perimeter defenders. He's going to play some great defense, and right now we see him checked up on Ethan Harris, and I'm not really surprised. He's a great defender, and he's going to give you 110% effort defensively.
Kicks it out, wide open look. That's short, rebounded by Northup. Northup down the court to Edwards. Edwards goes up, that's off. And Northup's fouled on the regain, so now Northup's going to go to the line and shoot 2. So Edwards with the miss, but Northup right behind him like a nice teammate and gets the putback foul.
That's a nice hustle play by Northup, getting up and over 2 Camas defenders and puts it up. He'll draw contact and the foul. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Northup, a great free throw shooter, usually averages about 90% from the line.
It's his first free throw, so now it's a 10-point game. So he hits his second free throw now, single digits. But it seems like every single time the Bombers fight their way back from within 9 or 5 points, the Papermakers just go on another run. So we'll see, can the Bombers get 1 or 2 more stops to end this quarter and get a couple of buckets?
Yeah, they certainly have to stiffen up in this one defensively. Can't give up anything too easy. Yeah. Should be taking advantage that Ethan Harris is sitting out right now.
Van Voorhees kicks it out. Driving, inside, running around, kicks it outside. Loses his tip, rebounded by Nate Moore. Hornbeck bringing up the court now. Hornbeck drives, pull a mid-range shot. That's short, but he's fouled. So now Hornbeck's gonna go to the line and shoot 2.
We know that Lance Hornbeck is pretty automatic from mid-range. That time goes up, gets fouled. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. These are some 2 big free throws for the Bombers.
So Hornbeck at the line, shooting his first. In and out, no good.
Shooting 1 more. Harris in their game with the Papermakers.
Hornbeck hits his second, now an 8-point game. Hopefully the Bombers here trying to get a stop. Don't let the Camas Papermakers get the last shot, get a stop and get 1 more left and try to make this a 2-possession game to end this quarter. Driving Van Voorhees. That's going to be a foul called on Northup.
Landon Northup just trying to stop Jace Van Voorhees. Drive, just a little bit too much body on that one. We'll get called for the block.
Finds Harris. Harris trying to go down low. That's a big 3-pointer. Bottoms! At the buzzer, Northup. That's a big shot. Big players make big plays. And just like that, Landon Northrop, the Papermakers make a big-time three to put them up in the double digits, and you can't make this up. Landon Northrop bakes it in, fading away.
I mean, who else but Landon Northrop? We've seen him do that all season long. When there's minimal seconds left on the clock, there's one person that the Bombers want to give it to, and that's Landon Northrop, and that's the exact reason why. Huge shot for the Bombers going into this fourth quarter.
So after 3 quarters of play, it's the Bombers 43, the Papermakers 51. All right, this is the WIAA State Basketball Championship brought to you by the Geesa Credit Union. All the live championship action is on the NFHS network. Northrop pull-up three-pointer. In and out, no good. That's a big shot for the Bombers if they got that one to fall. Ethan Harris on Edwards, spins, kicks it back out. Edwards, good defense. Edwards, good defense on Harris. Harris spins, thinks about it, kicks out. Washington. And Northrop called for a foul on the baseline.
I don't know, I thought he may have stepped out before the foul was called, but refs thought Northrop gave him a little bit too much contact. There was a fair bit of contact, so reasonable call.
So just like that, Hornbeck fouls inside, so now going to the line is going to be Jason Van Voorhees.
Van Voorhees with a nice scoop around Hornevet. Hornevet catches his arm, kind of gives him a little bit of high five going up for that shot. Van Voorhees with two big free throws.
And hits his first one. Van Voorhees hits his second, so now a double-digit lead again for the Papermakers. The Bombers can't. They've had nothing to be able to stop these Papermakers. They just can't cut this deficit. Woodard now at the wing, gets a screen. Now to Hornebeck. Hornebeck gets a screen, has a mismatch. Gives up to Edwards. Edwards finds a cutting Northrop. And that's going to be a foul called on the Papermakers.
Cade Washington will pick up his fourth foul, and it looks like he'll be checked out of this game. Picks up one more, and he's out of this contest, so kind of smart. Maybe want to save him for later in the game.
Nema Namru checks in, but one man checks in, another man checks, or one man checks out, another man checks in. He has 3 fouls of his own, so he's got to be careful as well.
Yeah.
Hornebeck thinks about it, drives inside. Harris right there, putting a stop on that. Skako now. Skako pull up mid-range shot. That's good. Josiah Skako gets that to go. Makes it an 8-point deficit.
Josiah Skako loves the mid-range shots. He certainly made that one. Bombers only down 8.
Ethan, deep three-pointer. No good. Rebounded by Northrop. Northrop off the screen. Goes outside to Josiah Skako. Skako lays it in. Josiah Skako, 6-point game now.
Yeah, Skako going on a 4-0 run of his own right now. Coming in absolute huge for the Bombers right now.
Ethan Harris gives it up, driving. Now that's it, Van Voorhees. Van Voorhees guarded by Scocco, deep three-pointer. Way off air ball, Van Voorhees misses big time.
Van Voorhees thought he had a pretty open shot. Must have been a little too far out of his range. Airballs that one, and that'll be a turnover on the Papermakers. Bombers will get the ball, and I don't know, Ron, these Bombers are slowly creeping back into this one.
Just like that. Driving on Nate Moore, tips it inside, able to recover, reset their offense. Ethan Harris guarded by Woodard. Harris driving, kicks it out. Nami loses the basketball. Good defense by Hornbeck to get that away.
That's great defense overall by the Bombers. Make sure to pressure Ethan Harris, not giving him any easy looks, and Jackson Woodard certainly
Northrop
did that.
thinks about it. Crosses over. Pull-up jumper. That's a deep mid-range shot. No good. And Nate Moore tries to get the putback but misses. And tipped away. Good defense by the Bombers there. And last touch by Woodard. Heads-up play. Landon Northrop dives on it and throws it off a Camas defender. So that's going to be Bomber basketball.
That's got to be one of the best high IQ plays I've seen. Landon Northrop absolutely diving out for that ball, bouncing it off of the Camas defender. It'll remain Bomber basketball.
So the Bombers going to get a second opportunity. This is a two-possession game. Landon Northrop to inbound. Goes it, finds Nate Moore. Nate Moore thinks about it, gives it up to Edwards. Edwards now crosses over back to Northrop. Northrop calls for a screen, spins off his defender, pull from the mid free throw line. That's good! Landon Northrop making it a 5-point game. The Bombers slowly creeping their way back into this one.
Landon Northrop, the Bombers need a big shot, and he certainly came through for them, kind of coming alive in this fourth quarter.
And Northrop, with a bloody knuckle, has to check off for a second. So they can take an injury timeout real quick. I don't think, so if Northrop's not back in that 20 seconds from that bloody knuckle, he will have to get subbed out, but I think they should be able just to wipe that off, put some alcohol on it, and tape it up.
Yeah, for sure.
They don't have enough time, so Northrop, he is going to check out of this one for just a little bit. Get his finger figured out.
Yeah, I'm sure as soon as he's ready and good to go, Griffin might even call a timeout to get him back into this game.
So Northrop getting his hand all patched up. He is ready to go now, but unfortunately just a little bit too late. So he's gonna have to wait one more possession to get back into this one. Harris gives up now. That's Van Voorhees. Van Voorhees with the basketball. The Bombers need to stop desperately. That's going to be a foul called on Braylon Edwards.
Braylon Edwards has a big task right now being checked up on Ethan Harris, the Camas Makers star. So thus far, he's doing a pretty good job, but right there, just getting a little too move grabby on that one.
Driving Van Voorhees with the basketball. Goes up over Scocco. Josiah picks up his third. And just like that, Landon Northrop checks into the game for Nate Moore. So 4 minutes, 25 seconds. It's any team's ball game now. Richland down by 5.
Down by 4.
Excuse me, 4. That's why I dropped math class, Ethan, I'll tell you that.
I mean, we've talked about it before on Atomic TV. I don't think we got to bring it up again, especially now with this type of game.
Goes up, over, no good. Rebound, Skako. Skako's able to recover it. Thrown away, and Northrop recovers it. So down by 4 points. They've got numbers. Northrop, crossover. Gives up to Edwards. Back to Northrop. Northrop finds Hornbeck. Hornbeck drives, puts it up. Round the rim 3 times and sinks down. It's a 1-possession game, ladies and gentlemen. This gym is rocking.
Nice find by Northrop to find a cutting Hornbeck. We know he's a playmaker inside, and boy, did he do that right now. He just sunk that shot for the Bombers. And man, right now it's a 2-point game, and the people inside of Art Dawald Gymnasium are coming alive.
Exactly, so the people coming alive here at Art Dawald Gym. That student section is rocking. You can feel it from this side of the gym. The Papermakers need a bucket right now in order to regain all this momentum they had so early in this one. Josiah Skako on Ethan Harris. Ethan Harris now with the basketball, guarded by Skako. Gives up Van Voorhees. Van Voorhees, he's gonna have to chuck a shot. That's way off. And that's gonna be a foul called on Josiah Skako. So Van Voorhees is gonna go to the line and shoot 3.
Josiah Skako will pick up his 4th foul. Just trying to put up some type of contest on Van Voorhees' shot. Just a little bit too much of his body into him. Voorhees hits the ground hard, and he'll go to the line and shoot 2. Some big free throws coming up for the Papermakers.
Misses his first one, Van Voorhees. Van Voorhees, his second free throw out of 3. Sinks it. So now a 3-point game, Camas up. Oh man, don't check out Edwards, Streufert. Edwards been guarding Ethan Harris so well right now. I feel like
true.
He's
Ethan Harris has been very quiet, only scoring 2 points in this half. He had 8 at halftime, now he only has 10. Pretty quiet.
The second one, so once again, another 2-possession game. So a 4-point lead for the Papermakers. Hornbeck pull a mid-range shot. That short tips around. Rebound by Nate Moore. Back to Hornbeck, so they get a second chance now. Another opportunity for the Bombers. Skako driving inside. Skako goes up. He's fouled, and he's going to go to the line and shoot 2. So Skako with an opportunity now.
It's nice hustle play by Nate Moore to get that offensive rebound. Swings it over, finds a wide open Josiah Skako.
Exactly.
He'll drive down the lane, and he'll draw the foul and go to the line and shoot 2.
Yeah, so Skako with an opportunity to make this a 1-possession game once again. The Bombers will need any free throws they can get. Skako sinks the first one, so now that is a 3-point game. Skako, that comes up short, so it's now still a 3-point game. Papermakers up. So that's a tough miss for Skako.
Yeah, Bombers are going to start having to pressuring. Papermakers don't want them to milk too much time out of this clock.
Ethan Harris now at the wing. Kicks it out. Washington in the corner. Namru, Namru guarded by Woodard. Namru pull up. In and out, no good. Tipped around, last touch by Washington. No, that's Camas basketball. Gives up Ethan Harris at the wing. Guarded by Hornbeck, 6'8" on 6'8". Ethan Harris going down low off the glass. That's in. Wow.
What a scoop. That was a clutch shot, and the Papermakers
A huge play
certainly
from Ethan
needed
Harris. Word coming off the screen, gives it to Northrup. Northrup calls for a screen, comes off of it, finds Josiah Skako. Skako swings it. Hornavec, wow, he barely hauls that one in. Drives, thinks about it, kicks out. Northrup driving on Harris. Step back over Harris. No good, too strong. Rebound, Camas Papermakers. This is a big possession.
Seems like Van Voorhees is cramping up a little bit. Hopefully his calf is all right. Looks like he'll be getting up, walk it off.
So now the Papermakers, they will have this basketball up by 5. A shot here could put a dagger on the Bombers right now. Obviously, never say never, but a big shot here would make the Bombers dig themselves in an extremely big hole that'd be hard to get out of.
Yeah, can't give up a three-pointer. Three-pointer puts Camas up.
Even then, they're at the perfect
8.
score right now of 5, so any shot they make realistically is going to be a 3-possession game.
Yeah.
They get it in. That's Namru. Washington bringing up court. Finds Harris. Harris with the basketball, gives up. Namru. 1:45 remaining. 17 seconds on the shot clock. They're going to need something big here. Gets past Skako. Kicks out to the corner. Inside. Swings. That's an open look. No, they don't take it. Washington drives. Kicks out. Loses the basketball. That's Woodard down the court. Woodard goes up with the right. Off the glass. It's a 1-possession game. A big stop for the Bombers.
That's a big steal by Woodard. Goes coast to coast with the layup.
Namru feeling that pressure of the full court press. A 1-possession game. The Bombers need to stop. Timeout taken. Papermakers. 1:16 remaining. The Bombers, this isn't a stop that they might need. This is a must-need stop right now.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about how they needed a turnover, and who else but Jackson Woodard. He gets the turnover, and no one around him for the layup. Just a great hustle play by him. Gets his team within 1 score of the Papermakers. Wouldn't be surprised if Coach Brian Witherspoon has drawn up some sort of play for their playmaker, Ethan Harris. I mean, it always seems like there's a chance any shot around the court goes in when Ethan Harris puts up a shot, so I wouldn't be surprised if it goes through him coming out of this timeout.
1:16 remaining. This is an unbelievable game, Ethan. We had announced 4 of the games before this one, but boy, was this the perfect way to end our night.
Yeah, this is the cherry on the top to already a great day today from Art Dawald Gymnasium. A bunch of great basketball, and this one certainly lives up to the hype.
Ethan Harris guarded by Edwards. Edwards has only let Harris get 2 points since guarding him just to start this game. Puts up a shot. Banks it in!
The bank is open.
Wow! Unbelievable!
Van Voorhees with a huge shot. Brother's got ice in his veins.
That comes off, and he's stripped away. Going up court, save. And that's going to be on the ground, foul on Northrup.
Doesn't matter. Namru will go to line and shoot 2 because Camas is in the bonus.
Timeout taken by Short. We'll be back with you guys in just a moment. Both teams checking back in right here. It is life or death free throws for Naima Namru.
This might be the biggest free throws Namru has had in his
And he misses the
career.
first one. So no matter what, if he makes this one, it's still a 2-possession game for the Bombers. They have life. If he misses this one, this is huge. And he misses the second. The Bombers with opportunity. They have to score. Northrop, driving, double team. Gives it up. Woodard, step back to Northrop. Northrop puts up a three-pointer, no good. And last touch by Edwards, and they're able to recover it. And that's gonna be Camas basketball.
Yeah, that might be the nail in the coffin possession right there for the Bombers.
And Namru missed both last time, so the Bombers will still have another opportunity.
Yeah, Namru with a set of redemption free throws. These are huge, just same stakes as last time. Missed both. Would be surprised if he misses both again, though.
Namru misses another one. 3 straight misses. Namru,
Wow.
struggling.
Struggling right now from the line. These are some big free throws, and free throws win games, and he misses this one. That's huge.
He misses the second one. Rebound Northrop. Northrop moving quickly down the court. Northrop pull up three-pointer. Banks it in! Landon Northrop! He banks it in! Namru loses the ball! Recovered. Northrop, 7 seconds, 6 seconds. Gives it up. Back to Northrop. Northrop, pull up for the win! No good, the Bombers lose! Northrop gets a shot off in time, and the Bombers lose this one. The Camas Papermakers come here in Art Dawald and win it.
Wow. Crazy finish. Couldn't have asked for an even crazier finish. Came right down to the buzzer beater. I mean, we knew that coming into this game, a 4-5 matchup. Wow. That's a crazy game. No other words than that. I mean, that's a great job by the Papermakers. Art Dawald Gymnasium is a super hard gym to come in and get a win, and that's what they did right here, solidifying that they are a legit team in this 4A WIAA state bracket. So, great job by them.
So just like that, after 4 quarters of play, the Camas Papermakers defeat the Richland Bombers at home 59-57. Thank you for everybody watching all night tonight and all day today. I'm Ron Hubbard, and so long.